If you are a realtor or a loan originator and you're on the fence of joining a buzz, I'm going to show you a Facebook group that I created just for our branches. We started off with a small branch in Knoxville. Now we have about 8 or 9 different satellite branches out there in different states. And we use this group right here to kind of come in and show our good news whenever we have what we call docs on the way, what we call a PAL, pre-approval letter, and what we call with contracts, Instatracts and contracts. Instatract would be a refinance, or it might be somebody living in a house they want to buy. Contract means we've got it from a real estate agent. And even Neil, our superstar branch manager in South Carolina, sent me a screenshot where 2 of the realtors that he directly works with is like number 1 and number 2, and like out of an absolute ton of different agents out there. So we are helping a lot of different real estate agents ourselves by doing a lot of loans, by getting a lot of these loans closed. But just wanted to show you guys, if you're a realtor, if you're a loan officer, besides the 7 years of proof, besides all the videos that you see, all the screenshots you see, I want you to see real numbers. I want you to see what happens. You can see on the top of this group right here, Neil was first place in August, and I haven't put up September's numbers yet, but he was first place in August, 13 loans, $2.5 million in volume. Jack hit 7 loans for $1.2 million in volume. And I'm going to scroll down here, and you're going to see this is 3 hours ago. Tim McGee's one of our superstar recruiters for me. He pulls in a lot of people. He just brought somebody in who is actually a real estate agent's husband, Mike Mancari. He's out there in Myrtle Beach area with Steve LeBlanc. You can see here Jack Cooter just brought in our pre-approval letter. We had a clear to close 22 hours ago. We love those clear to closes. Nav out there in Indiana brings in an absolute ton of deals. He's got a refinance, a docs on the way, and another refinance. We have a clear to close 22 hours ago, and that was actually late last night. 8, 9 o'clock at night, we were getting clear to closes. It's pretty amazing. Conventional pre-approval letter, 300,000, 742 mid-score. That's what I tell a lot of people out of these Facebook groups. People, first of all, don't know exactly what their credit score is. They don't have a clue majority of the time. And I've had a lot of people tell me they have low credit, pull their credit, and be high credit. So 3 hours ago, we have 270,000 pre-approval letter, 203,000 docs on the way, VA loan, FHA docs on the way, 150,000, pre-approval letter, 150,000. Keep in mind, this is today, and then yesterday, 1 day ago, 135,000 pre-approval letter and another 120,000 VA. Snow clear to close. I love it. 22 hours ago. Lester, FHA docs on the way. Docs on the way. Docs on the way. This is 2 days ago. Another person joining the team. Great job, Tim McGee. Nav putting a contract in for $250,000. Great job in a refinance too. And we have a 327,000 docs on the way. 165,000 are contract in. Contract in 380,000. Refinance 260,000. Refinance 290. Another clear to close. Pre-approval letter 175,000. Rose 300,000. Docs on the way. Docs on the way 75,000. 250,000 VA loan. Docs on the way. Yes, you can pull an absolute ton of veteran loan VA loans out of Facebook groups. You can find a ton of conventional, a ton of USDA, a ton of FHA. Docs on the way. Pre-approval letter. Contract, clear to close, pre-approval letter 475,000. Southwest Funding showing off a little bit here, breaking records. We love it. Docs in, refinance, clear to close. And if you don't know what a clear to close is, you might be newer to the business, but a clear to close is what happens at the very end of the loan when the underwriter finally says, fine, you've given us everything we needed. We're going to go ahead and give you your clear to close now. And then what happens at the clear to close time, they do a final verbal verification of employment, and then they get with the closing department and they schedule it out. Here we got a contract in, 237,000. Contract in, 238,000. Pre-approval letter, docs on the way, docs on the way, docs on the way. Contract in, pre-approval letter, contract in, clear to close, docs on the way, clear to close, docs on the way, clear to close, docs in, clear to close, We love those clear to closes, clear to close, clear to close. Docs on the way, docs on the way. So the way it works out is we start off with these Facebook groups and we get the applications. We turn those applications into docs on the way. Once we get those docs in and we verify everything looks great, then we send out the pre-approval letter. Once we get a contract in, we get over to our processors. They get the ball rolling and we get them closed. Contract in, docs on the way, pre-approval letter, docs on the way, pre-approval letter, docs on the way, clear to close, 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 docs on the way, pre-approval letter, docs on the way, pre-approval letter, contract in, pre-approval letter, to be determined, $225,000, pre-approval letter, $400,000, contract in, docs on the way, docs on the way, docs on the way, contract in, docs on the way, contract in, docs on the way, Alvarez, the USDA, docs on the way, pre-approval letter, another person added to the team, great job, Tim. Russell, the USDA, great job, processors, docs on the way, pre-approval letter. And the great thing about this is you'll notice, you'll see a lot of the same names. Clear to close, great job, docs on the way. You'll see Sarah's name up there a lot, Amanda's. You'll see Rachel for sure. She's a processor putting up the clear to closes, great job. Dwayne, good job. Sarah, good job. Jack, great job, contract in, pre-approval letter. David, good job. But we've got a lot of people. Clear to close, great job. Susan, our processor up here in Knoxville, amazing. Her, Cindy, and Jessica are amazing. And Rachel covers our South Carolina branch. Contract in, $290,000. Docs on the way, docs on the way. Pre-approval letter, docs on the way. Pre-approval letter, docs on the way. Clear to close, contract in. $260,000 contract in, $260,000 contract in. Amazing, amazing. Pre-approval letter, clear to close, docs on the way. And keep in mind, guys, we're just at September 20th right now. You know, so here we are, October 7th. We went back about 17 days. This is probably a quarter of our branches that's actually posting in here. A lot of people don't come in here and put all their great news. And so you'd see this group would just be crushed with numbers. And a lot of different pre-approval letters, contracts in, docs on the way. If I could get everybody to do this, all of our loan officers, but we've got 90-something people in this group. Some of them are branch managers, some of them are loan originators, some of them are trying to be loan originators, and we're spread out in different states. But that just kind of gives you an idea of how many deals are closing thanks to the buzz. I mean, it's just an unreal amount of deals. I hope this gives you a better understanding of how to use a Facebook group to your advantage. And this group right here, this group is not intended for the public. It's a private group for me and my loan officers. It's a great tool to use. And not only that, we also use a messenger group for everybody too that we communicate with. The buzz will teach you all of this. Get signed up, reach out to Marty. If you're a real estate agent, a loan originator, car salesman, insurance agent, doesn't matter what you do, the buzz will change your life for sure. 865-360-0048.